What's up guys, leftstickrightstick here again, and we're doing another Dreams video. We're talking about the Persona system today. So don't forget, if you want to stay tuned for more Dreams news and more talks on Dreams, don't forget to subscribe to leftstickrightstick and click that like button if you enjoy these topics. So first up, what is the Persona system? So the Persona system is sort of like the in-game tracking, sort of like your profile in Dreams. The system that sort of tracks your EXP, what you've done and what you can do in Dreams. And there's sort of different categories within the Persona system where you can earn EXP. And there's also like the achievements are sort of like Dream Stones, the equivalent to LBP pins. So, you know, first off, we're going to be talking about the EXP stuff. At the moment, it seems that there's quite basic categories, sort of like in music creation, designing, creating, playing. Lots of very basic categories at the moment where when you do certain things in Dreams, you get EXP for it. What have explained is that, you know, when people take your creation and use it in their own dream level, you get credited as well. So there's a whole load of ways to earn EXP, and then you build up your own profile, and then you can get titles, I don't know, like Soundsmith, as you can see on screen as well. You might become like the Beat Master. You might also be known as, you know, things like a chair expert, or, you know, expert alien creator or whatnot. But the categories are quite basic at the moment. They'll probably be more added as and when the game, you know, just keeps developing. But it's sort of tracking your experience and your recognition is within Dreams. The Persona system, I feel, is actually really clever. And there's also like the whole tagging and the whole genealogy system is what they call it within the Persona system. Is sort of how when you create something, your crediting to that item or that creation carries throughout Dreams. So say you made, like I said earlier, a chair. You made an amazing chair. You made the best chair in the world. And then, you know, other people find your chair in Dreams and they put it in their level of sort of scenery or whatnot. They use your chair. You automatically get credited in that new creation, and that earns you EXP in the Persona system. So, you know, there's less worry about the copying aspect in, like, that happened in LBP, where, you know, creators aren't necessarily being credited after the creation has been copied. You will keep getting all the EXP or the recognition from your creation of the chair, the one and only chair, throughout the whole of Dreams, as well as, you know, through this Persona system. So like I was saying, unlike LBP, you don't need to worry so much about the copying element, but then you can probably always choose to not let people copy it. At least now you know it's going to be credited to you, and maybe that might sort of stave off all the copying culture that was quite rampant in LBP. What we can also gather from like the Persona system is that, you know, you'll gain recognition from all these things. Being a chair creator or being a music creator, it helps people browse who to collaborate with, sort of saying, oh, I'm trying to make an amazing level. I'm not very good at music, so I'm going to search for someone who is good at music. He's a beat master, soundsmith. You can, like, you know, find one of these people, go through their profile. You can see he's got loads of EXP in like music creation. That's sort of a way to help bring collaborators together. You can actually see what people are good at doing. People at the moment, they're relying on going to like Reddit, Twitter, or whatnot to say, oh, I'm trying to create this, you know, who can help me? This sort of makes that whole process a lot easier within the game itself. What is really great about the Persona system, I find, is that it's not just all about creating. There's also curators as well, people who are just like good at, has got keen eye for stuff, like good creations, maybe like us. Don't know, if you like our Little Big Planet stuff, we'll be curating on our Dreams as well. Basically, this will give recognition to people who are good at spotting stuff. You know, they can collect everything there. So, you know, maybe like we're gonna go back, we're gonna stick with chairs, and we're gonna say, you know, I'm going around Dreams, I'm finding the best chairs in the whole of Dreams. Or maybe, you know, we'll find something more interesting, maybe aliens. I find all the aliens in Dreams, and I sort of put it on what Siobhan Reddy has actually said, is that there's sort of like a Pinterest-like board feature in Dreams where you can sort of collate all collections and creations, and sort of curators what they can do is sort of like categorize, these are the aliens that I found on Dreams, and, you know, I've just put all the ones I think are really good in that section, and then you can get recognized for that as well. Sort of like you curating good stuff, people coming to your board to have a look at what you've pieced together. So that's, you know, that's really cool element that's in the Persona system. And supposedly, unlike with LBP again, at the moment they've not stated that there's going to be a limit to that. That's really great because like in LBP you only had a 20 playlist limit, and each playlist only allowed 40 items inside. So this is actually really great that we can have a more unlimited board to work with, and it's just more useful, I guess, for curators and stuff. Just whenever you find stuff, just put it on a board, and then you can actually go through things later. So like you can find, you know, oh, I've created a whole list of amazing racing games. So you find this one creator who made some amazing racing game, and maybe he's not made any other racing dream levels. So then maybe you go and find out on a board someone's actually put a bunch of different created racing levels together, and you just play through that. And that is actually a really cool feature. You know, it makes finding stuff a lot easier. That also helps with, you know, the whole Autosurf element of Dreams, where, you know, people who you are following or curating mashes levels up together in Autosurf, sort of like their own story level. I think they've hinted that it's just like Autosurfing's mashing together like 3 individual levels in a dream map, and it's all quite random, but depending on who you follow and what you like, this will probably affect the type of stuff that will come together in your Autosurf, which is actually a really nice feature. So this is, you know, this shows that the persona system really is quite powerful, and the whole Dreams is actually very good at, well, we don't know if it's good yet, but it seems like it's got a system in place to give a lot of power of recognition beyond just creating the actual level or whatever sculpture or whatnot you're creating. It actually goes beyond that in terms of giving recognition to everyone involved. Leads on to a potential thing that they're looking at that's been hinted at in Edge magazine in the recent article, was that they said that it might be in the future that they might look into basically allow people to sort of export their creations to like basically sell as a PSN game. And then the moment they're worried about possibly people getting the right crediting throughout this whole system, so they're not quite sure, but that's a potential future thing that might be happening in Dreams, is that you can actually export your whole dream creation out and sell as a PSN game. And then supposedly what they're saying is that they're hoping to make sure that all the crediting, all the assets that are created in that sort of level that gets exported, everyone gets properly credited. So, you know, the whole persona system does seem like quite a robust system that they're going to make out, which is really good in terms of getting the recognition to where it's due. Another part of the persona system is sort of the dream stones, which is like the achievements or the pins in LBP. There's a little worry here. I find, you know, the dream stones, if they're tied to things like number of hearts or number of likes, number of plays, it might bring back the whole heart for heart culture that was also rampant in LPP, which is just really not so nice. Not the best way to promote any sort of good, meaningful collaboration, creation and playing in Dreams. So hopefully all these dream stones won't be tied to that sort of achievement, but at the moment we don't know anything about what achievements will there be, what trophies there are. We'll probably know closer to the date of release or maybe during the beta. But what we do know is that there's going to be like weekly jam sessions, sort of like contests, where people can like vote on creations. There's sort of like a theme, and then people can vote who is the best creation during this, and then you probably get a dreamstone for that. So that's sort of good. So you won't have the sort of copying element in that, but that's probably one way where we can get achievements and dreamstones. I don't know, I'm not really sure what else we can really have in terms of other achievements, maybe doing certain things in levels and story mode collecting in certain things. It's sort of the achievements, the aim is sort of to get you to explore other areas of the game which you haven't necessarily tried out, or you wouldn't necessarily go into without this prompt. There's lots of things that can be done, like sort of, you know, achievement is complete all the tutorials and that sort of thing. But let me know what sort of achievements you'd like to see in Dreams in the comments below. I mean, I'm quite open to what achievements there are. I never really follow achievements. They're just a nice surprise when it pops up. Oh, I've had an achievement. So, you know, the persona system really helps Dreams establish itself as more of a continually crowdsourced game engine. That's sort of what gives its credibility, because it gives recognition to the people that deserve it, and it's just inherently in there rather than just relying on actually the good nature of people giving credit. So that's really great. So let me know what you think about the persona system and the achievements in the comments below. If you like this video, click that like button below and subscribe to Left Stick Right Stick for more Dreams content as well as LBP content, and join us on Discord where we can chat more about this throughout the whole week. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.